Good morning, everybody. I am Super G-Load. Welcome back to Freespace 2. Last time we just finished up our training. Now we're going to see some action.
This is Admiral Petrarch, commanding officer of the GTD Aquitaine.
Holy shit, better salute.
Joining us here in Vega, welcome aboard. With a complement of 150 combat spacecraft, the Aquitaine serves as flagship of the GTVA 3rd Fleet, based in the Capella system. You join an elite crew of 10,000, the finest officers and enlisted personnel serving the Alliance today.
It's about the same size as my hometown, actually.
After 18 months of fighting, Admiral Bosch's Neo-Terran front has become the most significant threat to regional security since the Great War ended 32 years ago. The NTF demands the independence of their systems and the revocation of the Beta-Aquila Convention, or BATAC. The BATAC Treaty centralized power of the GTVA as the supreme authority in Terran Vasuden space. Integral to NTF ideology is Bosch's vision of Neo-Terra. A utopian society where the lost grandeur of Earth will be restored. Bosch and his followers oppose any alliance with the Vasudens as a threat to the future of the human race. The rebels are entrenched in Polaris, Regulus, and Sirius. But before we hit these strongholds, we must secure Epsilon Pegasi, Alpha Centauri, and Deneb. These contested systems are now the focal point of Allied operations. Allied Command has ordered the Aquitaine into the Deneb system. There, we will reinforce the 13 Vasuden battle group, led by the GVD Samtic. Both the NTF and the GTVA have sustained heavy casualties in the battle for Deneb. In the past 72 hours, we have lost the GVC Andromeda, the GTC Trafalgar, and over 15 fighter wings. Command anticipates the arrival of the Aquitaine and the Samtic will shift the battle for Deneb in our favor and force the NTF to withdraw to Sirius.
Sounds like a solid plan, sir.
This is Captain Lukakis, squadron leader of the 53rd Hammerheads.
Hell of a promotion, sir.
20 hours, the Aquitaine entered the Deneb system. Admiral Petrarch launched fighter and bomber wings as part of an all-out attack against NTF positions throughout the system. He has kept the Hammerheads on standby until now. A situation is developing near the inhabited planet of Cygnus Prime. We have over 100,000 Vasuden refugees fleeing their colonies in transports. Allied ships are rescuing the Vasudens as quickly as possible, though the logistics of this operation leave many refugees still vulnerable to rebel attack. At 0545, we received a distress signal from a refugee convoy 900 clicks, or kilometers, from the outer orbit of Cygnus Prime. The Vasudens responded with a wing of Serapis fighters, designated Epsilon, which have just called in for reinforcements. Alpha Wing, you're going in.
Sweet.
Because these transports do not have jump drives, you must protect the convoy until a recovery ship arrives. With all warships engaged and other convoys in dire need of protection, we do not know when a craft will become available. Command will keep you updated and send in reinforcements as needed.
Alright, well, we have a choice of the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. Advanced Space Superiority. An interesting designation. There's this theory in the community that the Myrmidon started out its life as a strike bomber, a successor to the Athena. Similar, like, if you look at it, it's kind of wide like the Athena was. Also, you don't see this. This is just something you discovered by playing, well, I discovered when I was playing multiplayer. The Myrmidon can be equipped with torpedoes. So, what actually probably happened is Volition, when they were developing this, they might have changed what the Myrmidon was supposed to do partway through developing the game, or maybe it's just an oversight in coding. It happens. But it's kind of developed its own life and lore now, that the Myrmidon started off life as a successor to the Athena. Yes, I get it. I should choose my weapon loadouts and shut up. But, game, let me continue. And then, you know, R&I was where they were making this strike bomber, and then the Alliance was like, we don't need a strike bomber. We have this other strike bomber in development. So they made some modifications to the Myrmidon, perhaps lightened up its armor, perhaps took away some of its weapons capacity to put in faster engines or a bigger reactor or some nonsense like that. And we got this space superiority fighter. But it's not a space superiority fighter the same way the Ulysses is. Now, I hate the Ulysses. It is too twitchy. The Myrmidon is far better balanced in terms of a space superiority fighter. It is more like the Apollo.
Alpha 2 here. I have a visual on the convoy, 1,500 meters dead ahead. The escort wing is down 2 fighters. Iota Transports. This is Alpha Wing of the 53rd Hammerheads, GTD Aquitaine. We have orders to protect your convoy. What's your status? Over.
Alpha Wing, we have lost 3 transports to the rebel attack. The surviving vessels have sustained moderate damage. We anticipate the rebels will return in greater force.
Hang in there, Iota. Command will send a recovery craft as soon as possible. All right, Alpha. Let's get to work. We must defend these transports until the recovery ship arrives.
I thought I was Alpha 1, buddy. Aren't I supposed to be giving you orders?
Sensors picking up incoming hostiles. A wing of Herc's closing in.
Alpha 1 and 2 intercept those fighters. We will defend the escorts.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Look how much power my weapons are down so far. This is going to be great. Let's see if I can actually keep this challenge up through this game. I'll just use my missiles at some point, I guess. Why am I not auto-targeting? Something else I learned from that World War II Ace show. Those pilots normally engaged at a range of 600 meters. The more aggressive ones got closer, like 300 meters. That's crazy. That is insane. Like, they were getting really close to blow each other up.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
Check your six.
There we go. Keep flying like that. Be smart about how you shoot. Be smart about how you... God, they're behind me. Were they behind me? I don't know. Be smart. No, they weren't. Be smart about how you shoot. Be smart about how you launch your missiles. God, 1,200 meters is a long way away when you got to protect a couple of transports. Oh, someone's calling in for a support ship. That's nice. No orders. Okay, so we've
Reading hostile indicators.
reached the rendezvous point.
We have transmitted your coordinates to the GVD Samtic. The vessel should be exiting subspace momentarily. This is the GVD Samtic. We have arrived at the designated coordinates.
Wow. Scenes have been busy.
Class corvette has run our blockade of the Sirius jump node. We are now tracking the vessel through subspace. We have vectored its course to your immediate vicinity. Acknowledged, Command. We will intercept the target.
Wonder if I can get a more dramatic shot for what's about to happen.
Incoming jump signature. It's the Belisarius. Gunnery control. Power up photon beam cannons. Commence plasma core insertion. All units stand clear of the Samtic and Belisarius. Belisarius, this is the GVD Samtic. You are ordered to power down and surrender.
Negative, Basudin. The NTF is the only legitimate authority in this system.
Surrender or be destroyed, Belisarius. This is your final warning.
Your posturing insults us both, Basudin. I will not give up my ship.
As you wish.
Gunnery control.
Oh, that's right. We've got beam cannons now.
Belisarius objective has been neutralized.
Boom.
Now deploying wings Zeta and Theta. You are relieved of your escort, Alpha Wing.
Oh, here they are.
Mission accomplished, Alpha. Return to base. Well done, pilots.
Alright, let's get out of here. Well, that went well, I think.
You are cleared for luck.
Good work, pilot. You held off the rebel attack and saved both Basudin transports from destruction. Your squad mates and I all agree you'll make a fine addition to the 53rd Hammerheads. Command reports that 75% of the refugees have been recovered with few casualties. The remaining 25% are under Allied protection and will be rescued shortly. We've also won major victories against the NTF. The NTD Jacobus and the NTC Hengst have been destroyed, and our blockades of the Alpha Centauri and Sirius jump nodes has isolated the rebel fleet. Furthermore, 600,000 ground troops will soon land on the surface of Cygnus Prime in our effort to retake the planet. Prepare for your next mission, pilot. The battle for Deneb is not over yet.
Yes, sir. Any recommendations? No recommendations. Sweet. Well, on to the next one.